Said just in, people are claiming Drake and P&D's dollar sign for you. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but album cover may have stolen ideas from Canadian artist John River, as well as Freddie Gibbs. John River, who is from Mississauga, same city as P&D. Hope I'm saying that right, cause it look like it says Mississippi, but Mississauga. Oh man, damn, that shit got me. It sound like I'm stuttering trying to read that shit. Says that he had multiple meetings with P&D OVO members where they asked him extensively about his creative process behind his music video for Hope City 2, and specifically the Marilyn Monroe Towers in Mississauga featured in John Rivers' video. This building became a backdrop for the dollar sign for you cover. P&D also reportedly threatened River with the possibility of getting blackballed if he did not pay homage. Freddie Gibbs also noticed similarities between the cartoon bunny that is synonymous with his brand and the ones on the track list art. His album, dollar sign, from 2022 is already suspiciously close to the Drake and P&D collab title. That's where it gets me on the Freddie Gibbs part, because at first it was like, cool, anybody could be using bunnies, but to also be using bunnies alongside the dollar signs looks weird. But y'all know how Drake is. And specifically, we just had this discussion about Drake suing for smaller artists like he's Michael Jackson. Y'all remember at the Grammys when they were saying, hey, he's sticking up for the smaller artists, he's anti-industry. What are we talking about? When Drake is well known for stealing from smaller artists. And y'all see, this is the play that they used to try to do. That's the reason why he's on the collabs with the I Love McConans, the Block Boy JB. He's hopping on all these trends. So now he can steal and colonize without being seen as a thief. So he tries to be buddy, friendly, and have these conversations behind the scenes. But in reality, he's been known to do this multiple times. Not even just speaking on just stealing, but his need for his lack of need for consent. These are patterns now. This is not just one time, 2 times, 3 times. This is who he is. Not just talking about stealing lyrics, but we're talking about stealing cover artists. We're talking about Halle Berry taking her picture without his permission. Well, taking her picture without her permission. Then you got Mr. Hotspot releasing that song when he didn't want to clear the sample. And this is just a common theme amongst Drake. So it does not help the colonizer stench that is on him right now. Like he's just feeding into that narrative, and it looks weird. So y'all see John River. You got This Is That cover. Oh man. Even on this, it's the same frame, right? And we can talk about, of course, it's just the same monuments. But John River said specifically, they called and talked for hours. So this is not just a coincidence. So they knew what was going on. And then we got Freddie Gibbs with the Soul Separately in 2022. Some sexy songs for you. They got the bunnies. So, hey man, it's not looking good. Here's what John River had to say. Party Next Door wanted to get on a call after my video went viral in the country. On this call that lasted around 2 hours, he told me he watched the video 20 times. And in front of the Monroe Towers was labeled new, innovative, and iconic. See, this is how they get you. This is how they get you with the love bombing. He said they stayed on the phone for 2 hours, and he told me he watched the video 20 times over. And you know that's lies. You know that's cap. But even if it was true, imagine, cool, you watched it 20 times over. That means that you knew what was going on. So there's no way this is a coincidence. There's no way this could possibly be a coincidence if you were saying you watched it 20 times. So either you're lying or you actually did it and you were taking notes for a reason. Why are you getting attention instead of me? It's exactly what he said. And y'all know he probably said it jokingly, but y'all know he really meant that shit. But they try to hide it under the disguise of, oh, it's just a joke. And I'm telling you this, that these dudes do, bro, because I've been through it. Because if you actually have something of valuable, god dang. If you actually have something of value, you will have these type of people consistently coming after you. So y'all gotta look at the patterns, man. For over an hour, he then told me and tweeted, then deleted, that I needed to always pay him homage. You're young and you don't want to get blackballed. The rest of the call, he was fixated on every aspect and detail of my video, the towers, and my vision for the city. Multiple people were present. I told him I respect his music, but homage was strange. I don't know if it's homage or homage. I seen people say both. But this is weird. Especially PND, I get it. But PND, he ain't no musical legend like that, bro. You acting like he Babyface or something. Like, I get it in our generation, cool. But just culturally, bro, you ain't him like that. Maybe in his city, Mississauga, maybe he's a legend. Maybe he's the GOAT. But you're not even an R&B GOAT. We talking about R&B. Man, what we talk, right? Like he Usher or something. Like he Prince. What are you talking about? Paying homage to Party Next Door. Like he Michael Jackson. Man, when another OVO artist asked to sit down, he also began asking in depth about me, the Monroe Towers, my thought process, and all of my future music plans surrounding them. He then asked if I'd write for them, to which I said no. Write for them. He never spoke to or saw me again personally. This started when I was a teen and has been happening up to as recently as 6 months ago. Under the guise of admiration, I told y'all this happens a lot if you're truly talented and you have something of value. If you're gifted, come on, man. You see these patterns and they have the guise of admiration. Nah, bro. These motherfuckers try to play with you with a smile on their face, man. Some sharks. I got 12 texts on Tuesday around noon, and then I saw PND cover, and I instantly knew what had happened and had been happening. I would never claim a freestanding building as my own. Telling someone after obsessing over their work you want to be involved, dissecting it, being rejected, and then stealing their identity and reselling it as your own is insane. So a lot of OVO fans would try to play it as, well, you can't own the Monroe Towers. Of course, but understand, PND told him personally on a 2-hour call that he watched the video for 20, he watched the video 20 times. Come on now, he dissected it. Said like he was inspired by it and all that type of shit. It's like, bro, this is not a coincidence. Like, bro, real John River, he's not lying. If he's willing to go online publicly and risk being blackballed by you accordingly, bro, come on, man. This has been happening for too long, man. People tired. Straight up. Taking this further or any other direction will be painted as crashing out. I don't want anything. The Bible says, speak truth against injustice, defend the poor, and fear no man. I don't care about anything else. Everybody says don't sell your soul in the music industry. And yet when you speak up against something clearly immoral and wrong, they rush to protect the same predators they warn you about. I love my city. They know where I'm headed and believe in my potential. Nothing else needs to be said. Hey, man, and it's crazy when people in your own city are turning against you. LA would never do this with Kendrick. And it's the reason why Drake does not have the loyalty he wants around him. Y'all remember he was on stage a few months ago crying, saying he doesn't have any real friends. All his songs talk about no new friends, no friends in the industry. Sound like a fair trade to me. All that type of shit. Man, what we talking about, bro? I've been losing friends and finding peace. Honestly, that sound like a fair trade to me. Like, bro, he's been manifesting his loneliness and isolation. This is crazy, bro. And y'all gotta understand the album is dropping tomorrow. So, man, this is nasty.